Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and we are revisiting a previous brewery again. We are going back to the hotel brewery, or the brew hotel. We are going to Bogdike. Bogdike, that Australian brewer that is brewing in the up north of Netherlands. I want to say Holland, but it is the Netherlands, of course. This time I opted for the Pure Pilsner, a creative name that leaves nothing to the imagination, because this is supposed to be no more and no less than just a pure Pilsner. Again, that classic black label that they have with their tiny logo, the name on one side, the story of the hotel where it's brewed. I have told you guys this once or twice before, I think in the Blood Orange Weizen and what was the other wheat beer, but I will put links up here. But on the other side, as they traditionally do, there is an explanation about the beer. Bogdike Pure Pilsner, a pure Pilsner beer with a nice sturdy head of foam. Blonde in color and slightly hazy, fruity and hoppy beer with a pleasant bitterness. Fresh and nicely drinkable. Ingredients: water, Pilsner malt and wheat. Cool, wheat in a Pilsner, I like. Hops: Simcoe and Mandarina Bavaria. Quite classic, and Mandarina Bavaria very, very popular in the Netherlands. White Labs yeast, but as I have said numerous times, I am absolutely not a yeast connoisseur. This beer is unfiltered and unpasteurized. EBC 4 to 6, IBUs 0 to 20. That is a very conservative range. And it is a 4.7% ABV, which is rather light. Well, to Belgian standards, I mean. But I, as you know, have nothing against that. Again, the Bogdike Dutch craft beer glass. Hashtag proper glassware. If you have it, please use it. Plain black bottle cap. This is another instance of 33 centiliter bottles and 25 centiliter glasses, and a hell of a lot of carbon dioxide. I did not see that coming. It is quite beautiful as it reacts with the oxygen. It slowly dissipates. Well, it's not getting any less. You would think that after all these years, I would know how to pour a beer. Either way, from that tiny bit that we already have, I can tell you that this is a nice pale yellow, goldish yellow color, but it is quite pale, it is quite yellowish. You know what, leave the gold. Yeah, it looks like a light wheat beer with this color. It is very, very active. It has, apart from the foam, a lot of bubbling, a lot of carbon dioxide activity. Quite extreme actually, because I don't know if you see this on camera, but this is not an engraved glass. And I actually just washed it myself with Beccarine, which is like the golden standard in beer glass cleaning. So that's all in the beer there. Looks nice though. Oh, this smells lovely. Not at all like a classic Pilsner or a lager, but very light, very like flowery, smells like summer. Very, very malty, slightly sweet as well. Very grainy. That's promising. Okay. Let's try and have a taste. Cheers. Very first sip I thought, bitter. But as soon as you swallow and that retronasal reflex happens, you spread that aroma throughout your mouth, your nasal cavity. It really thins out in a very, very, should I say this? A very soft floral bouquet. Yeah, it is very light, and I don't mean necessarily in ABV, because despite being only 4.7% ABV, this really tastes like 5.5, 6 maybe, because the carbon dioxide really boosts the ethanol in feeling as well as in flavor. And a lot of people forget that ethanol in itself is also a flavor. It's not just what gets us happy and tipsy, but it's also a flavor. Yeah, quite floral, and I am thinking that is slightly or partly because of the Mandarina Bavaria hops. But it also has a very pleasant mouthfeel. It's not thin, it's not creamy, it's not thick, it's not aggressive. It's just, yeah, really pleasant. And despite having this high carbon dioxide content, it's not aggressive, which I really like, of course. And with that floral and fruity flavor, I also get a bit of grapefruit, or at least the zest, the peel. This is not your average regular Pilsner, I can tell you that. Now, they also make a regular Pilsner, so I do like that they split things up and made this a Pilsner and a pure Pilsner. But this is a more bitter, more dry, more hoppy Pilsner. I would even dare to compare this with the Super Cadix by Antwerp Brewing Company, which I haven't reviewed yet until now, but I probably will soon. Yeah, nice. The after flavor is also quite weird. It's like the beer, but without the carbon dioxide and without the bitterness. So just that fruity, floral, lovely aftertaste. Very velvety, very smooth, very soft. Nicely done. I think this is like the easiest 3.5 that I've ever given. And bear in mind that brewing Pilsners, brewing lagers is actually harder than brewing a triple or a strong blonde. So, well done to our Aussie friend. Okay, Bogdike Pure Pilsner, yeah, 3.5, hands down. Why not 3.75? Well, it's still a Pilsner, it's less my cup of tea, but nonetheless a very, very decent qualitative beer. Hands down, 3.5. So that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, share it with some friends. If you want to support this channel, check out the Patreon page or any Amazon link down below. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Cheers.